Alright, guys, welcome back to the Cinema Boys with your co host, Jacob Price. With?
And Devan Franklin. I guess with and doesn't make sense. I played that off. I played that off very poorly.
Doesn't matter.
But I had a preset in my head, and I stuck with it. So, yeah.
So, we are here today talking about The Monkey. So we did not just watch this yesterday like last video. We actually watched it not even like an hour ago, I would say. Yeah.
It's probably like 30 minutes.
The movie was still playing like an hour ago.
Yeah.
So, it's still fresh in our memories. This is basically like an out-of-theater review because, I mean, we literally just got home, set everything up.
Yeah, we lived like 4 minutes away from not even 4.
Yeah, we don't even live that far away from our theater.
Down the street practically.
And sorry if you hear any background noise. I do have a noisy puppy. And she's over there playing with her toys and stuff. So she likes throwing them around. And one of them's really hard, so I hope she doesn't do it by the TV. But
or your PlayStation.
Yeah, or my PlayStation. That would not be good.
Well, she knows we're talking about her.
Okay, but this movie stars basically mainly just Theo James and Rohan Campbell, if I said that name right, but
I would say so. And Colin.
And I guess to give you an overall thing about the movie, or basically what I just knew going in, it's basically about just a toy monkey that kills people or just has evil spirits around it. It kind of reminded me. I don't know, Devan. I know you're not like a big like movie watcher or horror person, but
I'm doing better though.
Yeah. It's kind of like the kill kind of gave me Final Destination vibes a lot.
Yeah, I sadly have to say I've never watched Final Destination.
Yeah,
movie, so.
It's like if the Final Destination, like if death was a monkey instead. That's literally kind of what the idea was. And I'm a big enjoyer of the Final Destination series. I own the disc, so I might have Devin watch all 5 of them. But I don't know. I just loved watching the kills. I mean, the kills didn't disappoint.
I was not expecting.
Whoa, bro! What are you doing?
Mikey started calling me. I'm sorry, guys. But I wasn't expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. But these kills were like I was trying to think in my head what they would compare to, and I mean I don't. Some of them kind of had like, I don't want to like completely compare to Terrifier, but like some of them kind of had there were little gruesome ones.
I know what you mean.
I think that like at least of what I've watched, some of the kills would be like gory as in, not as I don't know. It's like
the only thing I would say about that is like I don't know. Terrifier does different things with their gory kills. I don't know. There's just a lot of exploding bodies in this movie.
Yeah, it was. I definitely.
But there wasn't really nothing to like the way they exploded was different, but
threw me off, to be honest. Some of them I was like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna go into depth on kills, but the one at the motel, I was not expecting everyone to explode. I don't know how much we'll get into it now. Of each kill.
End of the movie. I mean, yeah, I guess the movie. It has just came out, right?
Yeah, it was the 21st when it released. So, 4 days ago.
Okay, I guess...
If you're watching this, you already know.
Yeah, so if you're watching the spoilers ahead. But I feel like we said this last episode, like... We'll probably accidentally talk about spoilers while talking about the movie anyways. We're not like the best yet about articulating our thoughts without basically telling you what happens a little bit. I've gotten a little bit better, but... I'm still not the best at that. But spoilers right now, and I'm giving you permission to go into the kills. So
the motel one I'm talking about is Theo James Howe, who's like the twin brothers. So
the main character.
He is on a phone. Well, he wakes up and it's like, first of all, the fact that that motel got up to 90 degrees is brutal. That's what it was when on the
Okay.
on the
Okay.
he woke up from a nightmare.
I know what you're talking about now. I was just like,
But he was turning down the thermostat and it was on 90 degrees, and I was like, that's just torture itself right there. Whoever put it on that, it's crazy. And then he dropped down to like 74 or something like that.
well, I think it was pretty odd. No one said it to that. It was the monkey.
No, it was
That's
the monkey.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
I was about to say.
I don't know. Someone actually says when the 90 degrees. I mean, hey, you do you. But yeah, the monkey ended up. I guess I should have known. The dream was all about the monkey. But then he gets a phone call from his brother. His brother's being all secretive and creepy about it. He's like,
Yeah.
I think it's where he says the infamous line in the trailer. Where he's like, the monkey who's no. Yes, this is where he's like, the monkey who likes to kill our family is back, or whatever it is. Exactly. And then he's like, what are you talking? Like, they're talking back and forth about how their aunt has just passed, and then he's on the phone call, and of course it's like midnight. Like you can see like a glimpse of the alarm clock, and it's like probably like midnight, 12:30, something like that. That's what I kind of made out of the numbers on the clock, and she's taking off her robe out of her bathing suit on.
She's about to just go swim for a
She's
swim.
about to swim, and she's stepped on the diving board, and he had just turned the AC on, and it's like an old beat up AC unit on the top of the roof, and then after I think it's like I think he hangs up at this point.
He hung up, yeah.
Yeah, he's hung up at this point. He's like, hello, hello, and then you see that the hose to fill up the pool is like on the side and pouring into this concrete, and then the AC unit falls down and then shocks, and then you see the shock go through the onto the water, through it into the pool, and then he like connects the Hal, you can see, connects the dots, and then sees the lady on the diving board. He tries to stop her. He's like, wait, and then she jumps in the second, like like her toe or whatever it is, whatever body part, the second it hits, explodes. Like, it's no like what I was thinking, because like it's kind of like what usually most like kind of water electrocuted things is like she'd go in there and just kind of like
kind of a burn. Yeah.
And then she'd just be on the top of the water. No, she full on just touched that, and then it completely exploded. I think it was her leg. Her leg came flying at Hal, and then he was like, what the? And then he immediately goes and grabs his kid, and that's when they start leaving or whatever. But there's our guy Mikey.
So would you say that is your favorite kill of the movie?
I'm trying to think of them all now.
And I do apologize if you hear my dog. She's right below me. Oh, okay, she's over there now.
Yeah, she's over there. But I'm trying to think.
I will tell you guys mine if Devin
I
doesn't
think
know.
what you're gonna say is definitely up there. But just so I don't have the same one, I'll take the pool one.
I guess I will take the pool one, but there's just this. I don't. Okay, like Devin got into depth with his. I don't really want to get into depth with mine. I'll just give you like hints. It has to deal with a gun, a car, and a wasp. So just deal with that as you may. So I mean that's and a mouth, I guess. I mean, but that maybe gave you too much of a hint, but pretty gnarly kill, and especially I don't know. I can't get too that much in detail, but
I'll tell you what the one
definitely like Devin will understand the ending of the kill, like how the person looks at the end.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. It's
another one I wasn't expecting, or at least kind of how in depth they went with the kill, was the uncle on the camping trip. I was not expecting that. Like I was like,
how he just died.
Yeah, like I was like, why? I figured because they did what they do to make people die.
I mean, they showed every other death.
And then I was like, that one I was like, it was just probably that seemed like the most random one. Like,
yeah.
It was
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
randomly all the horses.
It was just a stampede, I guess. I mean,
yeah, it was just funny.
On a camping trip.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it did show the death. I am remembering. It's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. That was pretty gnarly, actually. I completely forgot they showed that for a minute. Oh my god, dude, that's sick. I mean, it looks like soup. I mean, like.
Yeah, no, I don't know. It was like those
I mean, if you like gore,
There was like one.
if you just like gory fun, this is definitely the movie for you. Like, it's just, it doesn't take itself like way too seriously or anything.
Oh, I just remember the first kill. Not, it wasn't like bad, but I was not expecting in the pawn shop.
Oh yeah.
Was,
Okay, it took me a minute.
The first kill was, I don't know. I've just never seen it.
Yeah, I knew something was happening because I was like, oh okay.
I was like, yeah, no, he wasn't. It wasn't enough to die, and then they pull on. Okay, yeah, that one was pretty not like super intense, but it was like I don't know. I've never seen a kill like that.
And I don't know, but a thing that like I kind of didn't see was the boys kind of didn't look. I thought they were fraternal twins because as like little boys, they didn't really look like identical twins. Because you know how they got older, and it's literally Theo James playing both characters.
And I thought it was funny because everybody who was in the universe, like they were in that film, they were like Petey, like it was like, you guys are twins. Like I if I was seeing those random kids, I wouldn't have been like, you guys are twins. I would have thought they were like, I mean maybe brothers, but I would have been like, oh yeah, they were for sure twins.
Yeah.
Because there's an obvious difference between the two, but you know, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it was the same. Maybe it was just because he had glasses and straight hair. Maybe that's what's really throwing me off.
Yeah, they both with their whole different way with
looks,
hair
and then
looks after they got a little.
But then, even though I guess it's just because Theo James looks like Theo James now. I mean, because even though you can't really change a look with glasses, like that's the biggest criticism about Superman. In the comics, that he just wears glasses as his disguise. But one thing I do gotta say about this movie is, if you're going in it like for the plot, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. The plot's really kind of simple, and there's a couple plot holes. But like I said, there are just horror movies where I can enjoy the fun. And because this movie doesn't take itself serious, I wouldn't say it does. So you can just have fun watching the kills, gory kills, and that shows, like, if you enjoy that stuff, you'll definitely enjoy this movie. Like we were talking about how freaking gnarly the kills were.
Yeah, I don't think more recently, like, some of the horror films is more about, like, this one seems more like about kills, you know? Like, they wanted more of, like, cooler kills and stuff like that. They were, like, too serious.
I feel like... Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, no.
I was just gonna say, because I knew where you were kind of going with that, I think. But I was just gonna say, I feel like this year alone already has kind of been like a different, because like actually like just recently, because like instead of like Nosferatu, you didn't see that movie because you actually walked out, but
I didn't walk out of that movie.
But it's kind of been like we watched Abigail together.
Yeah.
We watched Companion and Hard Eyes. No, just Hard Eyes. Because these are my like examples.
Yeah.
All these movies are just dumb fun.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Like, there's nothing.
Companion, yeah, like Companion had a plot, but it was more like to the back burners. Yeah. While the other things was happening, and then Hard Eyes was just a rom-com with murder. And this is just a fun movie with a killing toy. A toy with devilish powers, whatever. I don't know what this monkey is.
Don't call it that.
I don't. And yeah, facts. It's not a toy. I don't know what it is. But it's got to be like, I don't know, an artifact that it's possessed. I'm guessing it's possessed. I'm guessing. But the movie makes it seem like to be super strong. I don't know if I really want to go into the ending, but I don't know. The power seems like OP. I don't know how you feel about that.
It was like the ending with like, besides like what happened after he was fighting the monkey was like some thing. I'm totally like Twilight Zone type thing.
Yeah,
where it was like what the heck just happened? Because it's weird. Because I was kind of thrown off because. You know,
I'll say like, what comes with supernatural? You know, it was a ghost. I don't want to say Ghost Rider, but like it was a ghost rider.
Yeah.
He was riding
Ghost Rider. It was a Ghost Rider.
He was riding a horse, but he was a ghost or something. I don't know if he brought like the underworld up, like I was saying, but that sounds a little too extreme. But
yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's like a potential opening for a second one if they want or something, but I don't know. That's how when I have like question marks about some things in movies, I just like, is this their like attempt at a plot point of like trying to, if it does really good, to do a second version?
And did it just happen to the city? I just thought about that. Like, what happened?
Like a radius thing,
what happened around the world?
Yeah, like I don't know if because like every time it's been pretty local. They like it's always been like with every I don't know actually. Because I don't know how far the motel was.
I'm gonna let my dogs out, so Devan, take over for a minute.
So, what we were talking about is how we don't know how far the kills reach and like how other parts of the world was affected, because what they showed was just more of like locally affected people from the monkey and its attacks. I guess I don't know really what. I mean, it's a monkey attacking, but also not really doing anything at the same time. If that makes sense. But most of the stuff is just like everything it's shown in this small town, which probably looks, I don't know.
Well, probably like what we live in. Like
it's not like a massive town.
Normal suburban.
But that's all it shows, and there's nothing about how it's moved to in where he's moved to 25 years after everything happened. Not ever, like from his childhood, and then he gets brought back into it, but nothing's ever affected there. And then now I'm really throwing off something like other things because his house store manager had his incident.
The store manager
for how when he was like a cashier, and he's trying to do the vending machine.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I'm assuming other parts of the world is affected.
I don't know. I kind of do want to go into a lot of spoilers just because I do have things to say.
Captain America.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, I don't think we really.
If you watch the show, you should either watch the movie or have no intention of watching the movie.
It's just us talking about. I don't really want to spend way too much on the details and talk about the thoughts because that's why. Because they watched the movie, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So, but.
Mikey, shut up.
I'm gonna keep that in, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, just because I wanted to talk about the end of the movie. Just because because I was telling you, the villain, I guess, the person that's using this monkey, because it has to. I'm guessing it has to be winded up.
Yeah.
To kill somebody. I don't know because the ending of how Bill died. He didn't get winded up, but
they didn't get winded up before that too.
Oh yeah, he never finished. Yeah, he just had his tantrum, and just held it. That's right. Okay, but sorry, we're communicating. That's what this podcast is about. Helping our friendship.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, relationship counseling.
But so the whole reason everything was happening was because Hal's brother, the main character yet again, was mad at him because he knew that he winded up the monkey, which ended up murdering their mother. And at the end, when he's down, defeated, before he dies, like I said, Hal is like, it's okay. Basically, I'm not saying line for line, but he's like, it's okay. Come with us. We can be brothers again. Excuse me, you spent how long trying to kill me? And not only
5 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He spent his whole life hunting this thing down just to kill his brother for killing his mother. I mean, dang man, that's a grudge if you ask me. I mean, he didn't even do it on purpose. think.
Yeah, he was. Well, he was.
But I get he knew he was trying to kill him too. But I mean, that's just the kid anger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he just carried it in for 20.
Yeah, into adulthood. But and then of course he stands up and then gets his head knocked right off. Couldn't even tell you of what. I kind of forget what he gets his head knocked off by, but
The bowling ball.
oh, the bowling ball.
Kind of foreshadowed.
Yeah, that is kind of foreshadowed in the movie, which honestly, I didn't expect. It was a funny dream or nightmare or whatever it was, but that was definitely a funny sequence. So, one thing I do think they should have added to more to the movie is like the father and son relationship, because they introduced this aspect where basically he doesn't see his son only once a year because he's scared of this monkey, because he's terrified of this, and he hasn't seen this thing for 25 years.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
And he cut it's crazy, dude. And he cut his son. He basically cut everybody off, actually, just because he was scared of this monkey eventually coming back. So basically, this happens when he gets his son, of course. But it happens that he actually now has a week with him because they decided it's best if he doesn't see him at all, since he barely sees him and the son's asking more and more about him because he wants to know about his dad, and he only sees him once a year, so they think not seeing him at all will help it. I think that's definitely... I don't think that's the right way to think. I think it will actually worsen.
I would try to get him to... Yeah, because then he would want to reach out to his dad or something.
Yeah.
I feel like the best option would have been like trying to figure out how to see his kid more. But obviously, I don't know how. If I had some crazy monkey toy that was doing this in my life, I don't know how I'd bring this up to anybody either.
I mean, yeah, but so basically, all the shit goes down that happens throughout the movie, and they're together, they're bonding. But the ending, like, happens right after the son gets mad at his dad, and then boom, it's like they don't really make up. It's just like they save each other's lives, and then you don't really see what happens after. That's what I'm telling you. Wish they added more. You don't know if their relationship's now bonded because of this. I mean, you can guess, but I don't really feel like it gave me that feeling that they're still that tight, at the end of this movie.
Yeah, it was just more of like an awkward, because I mean, the last kill, they were both, well, I guess the last couple kills they were together, because of the end.
Yeah.
But the last, like, pretty big kill was his twin brother. He were right there, and, he was kind of seeing stuff happen, and then he was just like, wow. And, like, on the way, Petey had to, like, dodge booby traps as well,
and he winded the monkey.
Yeah,
oh my god, I don't know. Like, I feel like I might do the same thing in this situation. I might not believe it's real, but I don't know. It's just a weird thing for his uncle to be like, wind this monkey.
It's just
right away.
It's like randomly like.
And he was completely
never told. Like, that's another thing. Like, his dad never told me anything about it, so it's like, in this moment, he's also pretty ticked off at his dad. So I guess it also leads to it because his dad's not telling him anything, and at first his dad lied to him about having a twin brother or brother in general. That's
what I was saying, that they really never got to make up at all because it just led straight to the ending right after.
Yeah.
Like, we learn all that.
Yeah, so I was like, it just kind of ends off where they're like, you can tell I'd be in shock too. But like the ending is mainly just like that like they're like kind of just staring off like, that for real just happened. Like, this whole town is on fire, literally. Like,
I don't know. It was just so weird how, like, the son broke into the uncle's lab or house or whatever, and then he was like, oh, hey there.
Yeah.
You want to be like, oh, how do you get here? Like, who's with you or something like that? Because I'm pretty sure the dude who took them there did that on his own volition. I don't think he was ordered to.
Oh no, because he wanted the monkey himself.
Yeah, because they remembered. I don't even think he liked his father, so I don't even know.
It was super weird because they called him. Because I mean, there's a lot of poor fathers in this movie.
Yeah. Just bad people, I would say.
Yeah. I think another thing I'm maybe it's just me, but I'm kind of intrigued of like I don't know how they would have. It would have been a super long movie to incorporate it, but me personally, just I guess who I am, I'm intrigued of kind of how that was 25-year gap happened. You know, like what happened. Like I kind of would have been intrigued of how Hal's twin brother kind of went to his rogueness and ended up in his own laboratory and everything like that. Kind of a little bit more in depth. It just kind of cut to like him eating Chinese food and then going to a movie theater and then finding the monkey essentially.
He was honestly like a comic book villain. Like it kind of gave off that kind of vibes to me. He had like a chair for the monkey and then TVs set up around it and everything. It was like a it was like a throne and had random monkey videos on it.
Pretty weird. But, I think like it would be interesting, kind of like seeing how Hal's brother kind of became what he became, and then also it would have been interesting, kind of getting a little dive into how somehow getting comfortable enough in this whole situation, how he is, because now he's got a kid, but he's only doing 1 day a year. How did he even get to this position where he felt comfortable making a baby, I guess? And then also, how did that whole agreement of I just want to see my kid 1 day a year happen exactly? I don't know. I guess maybe that's just me being super curious, and then I'd also want to know about kind of a little bit after. I mean, the movie is only an hour and 38 minutes.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
kind of nowadays, 2 hours is almost, I feel like, is normal.
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe that's what makes it better too. To be honest, because like it's just a movie you can sit down, relax for an hour and 30 minutes. It doesn't really take up any of your time, and a lot of horror movies have been that way. Like Companion was that short. Hard Eyes was also that short.
Yeah.
Like horror movies have been just having an hour 30-minute runtime, and I think you can have a perfect story if you can have things around that works as well, and I think it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think
I'm not gonna let my dog in now, guys. It's definitely gonna take it.
Totally kind of off the completely just the monkey. I think a lot of the new horror movies have done a really good job with kind of doing a lot with less time, essentially. Because I mean, we had a random stretch. I feel like I don't know. I'm getting more into watching a lot more movies, but kind of like towards that 2018 to 2022. I feel like those were like longer movies. Maybe I just only watch Marvel, so that's why I feel like all the movies were longer. But I mean, there's also other movies I've watched in between, and they seem longer to me. But an hour and 30 minutes in, I feel like there wasn't exactly a time where I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored of this movie. I felt kind of captured in all of it. Same thing with Companion and Hard Eyes. Like, I don't feel like there was a dull moment. So it's like
I was definitely invested into the story.
So I feel like horror movies are doing really good right now. The stocks are rising, and they're doing really good.
Definitely the horror movies we picked, at least,
Yeah, I guess, yeah. we did have before we even started this. And
this year, all has been a hit so far.
Yeah, our end of the last year.
Yeah, it was not so good. But I make, like, a list of every new movie I watched that year. And I look at it, and I'm like, okay, so every year so far I've watched is, like, low-key a banger. Like, even the worst movie on that list, I enjoyed very much. But it's just very enjoyable. Like I said, the script obviously has some cuts and things that they don't explore, that they introduce really as much as others. But every movie has their faults to it, so you're not going to be able to make a perfect movie.
Yeah, that's impossible. Someone can say it's perfect, someone else can say it's not perfect,
Yeah, it's literally art is subjective to whoever likes it.
Yeah. And
that's what a movie is. So, all right, so now we're going to give the movies ratings, and Devin, I'll give you the floor.
Okay. Mine, we talked about for a second, kind of goes back and forth, and I guess I think my ratings is more of like specific to the genre. I don't think I could ever be like, this is a 10 out of 10 movie, because I feel like, but
very rare cases will I say 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think I've really ever said 10.
I'm also a person that uses like the whole scale. Like, I'll throw out random numbers like 0.3 because I'll use like
yeah. I get that completely. I'm just a little bit more newer, and I'm getting more like he's got by far a lot more movies under his belt than I have, and for the longest time, what I was watching was when I was growing up. Whenever the new animated movie came out.
But you have to say, like, I fell in love with movies as a kid.
Yeah.
So, and I've grown up watching like new movies like once a day, twice a day, and I still do the same thing. So.
But so I think to my rating, I'd probably give it a solid 8. I think if you enjoy a little bit of comedy with your horror, and you're not like, I need a super serious movie or whatever, you will enjoy this movie. And I guess, I wouldn't have put like a gore like warning really, but I guess if you get really wheezy, you shouldn't be watching this movie or any horror in the first place. But
I don't know actually, because some scenes are pretty crazy.
There's some pretty gory scenes. There's probably like 3 or 4, I want to say.
Because like the horse scene is pretty crazy. The opening scene, the first kill is pretty.
The last one, and then I'd say the camping trip, and then probably maybe the ant as well. So there's probably maybe 4 kills. There's a lot of kills in this movie, but I guess you're killed too.
Yeah, but
okay, maybe there should be if you get a little wheezy. Be a little cautious.
But I'll give this movie a good like 7.6. I was thinking it's good. It's really good. It's like I said, there's problems with the script and everything, but I enjoyed it very much. I had a fun time. Honestly, I hope that's not too loud. My dog is chewing on a toy that's very. Yep, there goes a speaker. But my phone's at 10%, so I'm glad we are now ending this podcast. But I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. So I'll see you next episode. Devin, you guys say anything else to say?
No, I don't think so. I hope you guys enjoyed. Kind of like we made probably, I think, a little bit better time than the last one, personally. But I mean, good show.
Oh.
I thought you were going to do it.
Fail.
I thought you were going to do it.
No.
Because I reached for it.
I'm not kidding. Dude, I reached for it. What do you mean? You had your hand out and I reached for it.
No,
so you were
supposed to. I had a hand out and you're supposed to.
No, because
Kyle's going like this.
Yeah, but
and then he goes.
Yeah, okay, whatever. We're arguing, keeping this in. See you guys next. What?
You watched the movie, you know what we're trying to do.
See you next episode.